Greetings and salutations. Mickey here. Excited to hear from me again? I bet you are. Anyways, welcome to Flash Fantasy Podcast. I hope you enjoy our episodes, and if you're not caught up, give us a listen. And if you are caught up, give us a listen yet again. Okay, without further ado, here's the Rift Walkers.
The party, conscripted into the crew of one Captain Kel'nias Metza, a Mazkin from Egadon, has struck a deal with her to retrieve Vale's shard of Imin, which has been hidden somewhere in this realm. As the party approaches land, Captain Kel'nias takes on a serious expression as she looks over to her quartermaster, and Ephron and Val also on the deck with her, and she says, "We're awfully ahead of schedule. That is not supposed to be there." And Quartermaster Takes starts yelling and barking orders for the ship to slow down a bit.
Where is it supposed to be, if not there?
Why don't you go below deck? Find your friend. You as well, she gestures to Ephron. We can speak in a moment when we've made landfall. For now, leave us.
Yeah, okay. Val would like to leave the Archbishop above decks. Just kind of, send her up.
Ephron is going to go notify Mick, and so with, cat-like agility and speed, he goes up the ladder real quick and relays to Mick that something's up and he better get back down.
Mick, upon hearing this, says, "Oh, right." And then speedily, not as speedily, goes down and meets with the others.
Did Teka see Ephron go that fast?
No, he doesn't care.
Oh, dang it.
You just want to impress him.
Yeah, man.
Use that Taker's line on him. Gets him every time.
Lyrian, what have you been doing in this short amount of time?
He's been looking at any of the charts that were out and pretty much anything that he was allowed to. I don't know if that guy stayed with him in the room or what happened, but he was just looking at everything that he could find that he was allowed to look at.
He actually didn't. The kin that brought you in just left you behind.
Okay. So yeah, he was just looking at stuff, and after he making some notes, he wouldn't be digging around in the captain's desk or anything, but I'm assuming there's a spot where there's a bunch of different information. I'm thinking kind of like scrolls stacked on the top of each other. It doesn't have to be that, but you open up, see what it is.
There is a good shelf of scrolls that you're able to kind of pick your way through, and as you're unfurling one, the rest of your party, minus Reese, opens up the door and comes inside.
Val will immediately sit down on the floor and say, I'm going to keep an eye on things upstairs, so just tap me if you need me, and then go blind and deaf and look through the Archbishop's eyes. We don't have to resolve this now, but that is what Val's doing.
Okay, perfect.
After they came in, Lyrian, he glances up for a second as he's looking at one of these scrolls, and he was like, "Yes, is there something going on?"
From what I can tell, we are approaching land much sooner than is expected. I do not know why. However, it is highly irregular, I would assume. Again, I have not been on many boats. I mainly travel across land.
Oh, very well. I mean, according to these charts, I didn't expect us to be there so soon, but, maybe I got lost in thought. I believe somebody should go and get Reese, let him know of this development.
I can do that. And Mick walks out of the captain's quarters and starts to go below deck.
Okay.
So as Mick walks down below deck, he sees quite the commotion. He sees three larger kin, all in kind of worker garb, surrounding a table, or sitting at the table, is Reese, who is also shirtless, and a very large Kin. And they are engaged in quite the arm wrestle match.
As soon as I knew he was shirtless, he either had to be carrying something, try to show off, be a bamf, or arm wrestling.
I'm not even gonna
Two
lie.
conclusions you draw.
I know it doesn't make sense, but I thought he was breakdancing. Like, go, go, go.
I wish he was.
So we have never seen Reese without his armor on before.
Correct.
Are you still wearing your mask? And it's
So
just...
I'm wearing my mask, but basically, yeah, everything from like my pants up is off. Maybe I have like one of those like bandolier type things strung across my chest, as often shirtless pirates do. But
Reese is really embracing the role.
Yes, he is.
to Mick's surprise, it's actually quite a menagerie of scars and different tattoos. A lot of them are of different colors, kind of fading of different shades of blues and grays. And out of some of them, you notice that light is seeping through, much similar to the light that comes through of his mask. But yeah, Reese is locked in armed combat with this guy.
Har har.
I see what you did there.
Okay, Mick goes up to Reese and goes, Reese, what are we doing here?
One moment, and I'm assuming the other kin are cheering, whether for his name or the other kin's name. And do I have to do like some sort of strength contest with this guy to see if I win?
You know what? Yes, thank you. Roll a d20.
All right, I have my number.
What'd you get?
23.
All right, I got a 18, so you win.
As Mick walks up, Reese is, kind of struggling a bit, and then he just slams the guy's wrist down to the table. Cheers erupt, and the guy across the table is looking a little worse for wear, more emotionally and egotistically than else. But Reese stands up, kind of a grin on his face, which you can't even see, and he just says, "Yes, Mick, what is it?"
Oh, sorry to interrupt. Congratulations. Buck up, kid. I look to the other guy who lost. And then I say, Reese, it seems to be some issues.
Oh, already. All right, very well. Let me get my stuff back on, and I'll meet you upstairs. And Reese kind of goes in a little back room and starts putting his stuff on, and then he comes back out and can follow Mick up.
Great.
All right. As you go up and convene once more in the captain's cabin, is the Archbishop Laurel close enough to Captain Kel'nias and Takes that you could hear them?
I did send her off to scout ahead, but I would have also then sent her an instruction to circle back around, because I don't really care what's going on with the island. I don't think the island is going to tell me. So, yeah, she would have come, back around and been near the captain.
All right. So, as you come back to Takes and the captain, Takes has taken the helm, and the captain has a long spyglass that she's looking through, and then she clacks it together, and she looks at Takes and says, "Sail ho. Carrick, if I can tell." And he turns to her and says,
Shall I give the order?
She says, "Aye. To battle." And then, at that point, he relinquishes the helm to her, and she starts spinning the ship, and he just starts barking orders to everyone and yelling, and a bell is being rung, and everyone below deck, as Reese and Mick are starting to go to climb back up above, you are kind of knocked aside and back and forth as Ken go to and fro, manning cannons and stations and whatnot, and grabbing ammunition and swords and going above deck. And are you going to sort of stay down here, or are you going to attempt to make it back to the captain's cabin?
Reese is under the impression the captain's cabin is important, so he's going to keep on pushing.
I guess, how many of you have been on the open ocean before? 0? Okay. Everyone roll a dexterity saving throw as the ship turns incredibly sharply.
Dex saves are so bad. Yeah, it's a 10.
Okay.
Mine is 20, not natural.
28.
I rolled a 15.
Mick got 18.
So, As Reese and Mick are able to keep their footing and make their way above deck again, Ephron, you see Val start to kind of tip over, and you hurry up and catch him before he falls on his side. But you feel the whole ship just turning rather sharply and suddenly. And you hear the bell, you hear the crew members, you hear Take-Us, and you hear it even louder as the doors fly open and Reese and Mick barge into the captain's quarters.
Val just kind of like blinks back to himself. They're calling people to battle stations.
Reese, having just burst through the room, replies, "Battle stations? What for? We're approaching land."
That is all I know. She mentioned a name of something and seemed rather excited about it.
What name?
They said Kerek.
Means nothing to me, but I guess we'll find out.
Are we going above deck then?
If it is a naval battle, I do not see much point in myself going above deck. I am quite useless if I cannot fight hand to hand. So if it comes to boarding, I am more than willing to go, but manning a cannon or a bow or a pistol, I would not be of much help.
I agree with Ifron. We should perhaps lay low until there's reason for us to go above deck.
I can continue to keep an eye.
Yes, perhaps that would be good.
Alright. I will go back into Archbishop Vision.
As you engage Bishop Vision, you see Take-Us run down from the poop deck and onto the main deck and up to the captain's cabin, where he then flings the doors open and yells something inside at your companions that you can't hear.
I can hear it. I'm in there. I can hear with
wait.
my own ears.
Wait, Val, I thought Val can only...
I can choose.
Oh, so you're only looking.
Yes.
Okay. So you see him fling the doors open and yell into where you are in the captain's cabin, and he says, "Bilge suckers, all hand hoy!" And he has a couple rifles in his hand.
Oh, yes. Reese immediately goes and grabs one.
Ephron also, he reaches his hand out if it's being offered, but, it is obviously a little large for him.
Well, then Lyrian goes up to him after putting down his paper finally. "Maybe it's best if I take that."
Perhaps.
And Lyrian grabs the rifle.
And then he looks at all of you and he says, "Now, all of you. So,
So? So what?
Val will return to his own vision and be like, "Okay, well, let's go. Get up. Let's go."
Okay, yeah, then we all head out the doors.
back on the main deck, you hear Captain Kel'nias yell down and say, "Get that Elvaret up here!"
Okay, I go very fast.
Reese is going to accompany him.
Okay, that's fine. And Take-Us has another... He grabs 2 more rifles off a little stock that's by the base of the stairs. And he hands one out to Ifron and another one to Mick.
Nice. We take them.
Yeah.
Everybody's getting rifles today.
And then he runs back up to where the captain is to be alongside her. Captain Kel'nias turns to Val and she says, "So, you know magic, I heard.
I do, yeah.
What kind? Anything useful?"
Depends on what you had in mind.
"Well, there's a carrack and a cog, maybe even a smaller gunboat coming up on us. I need you to assist us, if you can."
Well, my range is a little bit limited, but how close can we get?
"Well, we're bringing a spring upon her and getting a broadside, so hopefully they'll come in a little closer to avoid that."
Since Reese came up with them, Reese kind of nudges Val. "Remember what you did with that bat. It doesn't have to be real, it just has to distract them."
Oh, that's true. Good idea. I'll try that first. Val will cast Major Image and summon a bat. The exact same bat. How big can it be? Oh, 20-foot cube. It is a 20-foot
Oh my
bat.
gosh.
That's a big
Wow.
bat.
That's good.
Where is that bat appearing?
We're gonna have it appear on the opposite side of our ship, and then come up over the top, and then swoop towards our enemy ships, so that it's like we released it And it didn't just come out of nowhere.
So as these 3 ships are approaching, one is of a middling size, the other is a bit smaller, and then the last one seems to be a 6 to 10 man vessel but it's still packed with guns and explosives. And the large one and the smaller one, the sloop, are pulling along, heading straight for you, and the small little gunboat starts to circle around the side. And orders start flying, cannons start going off, guns start shooting, and chaos erupts as the ocean is just lit up by explosions and smoke, and the deck is just covered in bits of wood as these chase cannons from the Carrack and the sloop, their projectiles impact and splinter bits and pieces across, and you see kin falling to their feet in bits and puddles of blood as this gunboat starts to circle around the front of you, letting loose barrage after barrage.
How close is the gunboat?
It is within 800 feet.
Oh, okay. It's very far away then.
We're going to roll initiative, because this requires a turn order.
Ifran rolled a 14.
23.
Reese rolled a 4.
15 for Val.
And Mick rolled 18.
Okay, so it will go a player, Kel'nias' ship, the rest of the players, and the enemy ships.
What's the range of the guns that we have?
Pretty far, but the accuracy diminishes incredibly sharply.
I would imagine that it's not effective at 800 feet, so... Did we also get ammunition with the rifles?
Nope, he just handed you the rifles. And the matches, they are unlit, too, so you would have to light them to begin with.
Mick's gonna go below deck and to where the cannons are is going to help out the crew and see if we could get into position in order to fire one of those cannons. Mick talks to the crew, some of the crew members, and say, "Are we in position?"
Cannons have already started firing.
Oh, jokes? Okay, never mind.
You can still go below deck and help. Do you leave your gun?
I'm pretty sure. Does everybody have a gun?
Yep.
Everybody got one, but
No,
Val
I
does not.
Oh, Val doesn't. Val, do you want?
No, but I have plenty of ranged things, so.
I'm gonna bring my gun. Yes, Mick is going to bring his gun.
So as you go below deck, you are able to assist the crew in the loading of cannons and firing thereof. So I will count that toward Captain Kel'nias' role. Like, this is chaotic. Things are happening without your knowledge. There are orders being given. There are people being shot. There are cannonballs impacting this ship. It is absolute chaos that has just erupted out of nowhere. And it's all right to be confused as a character.
Well, Mick, upon seeing this, is very confused. Mick is kind of swarming around, going from different cannons to other ones, not really sure where he should help, but kind of doing what he can with what he sees needs to be done.
So Captain Kel'nias gives an order, and the cannons that are facing... Oh, that's a very good roll. That are facing the sloop and the Carrack fire. All 3 decks worth of cannons, almost not simultaneously, but pretty close to each other, let off an enormous barrage. And the front of the Carrack is just shredded to pieces. And you see the foremast actually crack and fall down and splash into the ocean below. And the ship that you are on begins to then bank to the left and come around to the side of the Carrack. A few shots are let off the gunboat, but none of them connect. Players, I will say, where the gunboat currently is in relation to your ship, the bat is visible.
Yeah. The bat is doing its thing.
The crew's terrified.
I'm assuming that Lyrian and Ifran are still next to the gun racks at this point.
Just outside the captain's cabin.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, you haven't moved.
Lyrian wants to look over there and see if there's any ammunition.
There is, yes.
Lyrian picks some up, and then he looks to Efron and he says, "Do you know how to use one of these?"
Stories say that you light the match and it goes.
The stories say.
Yeah.
So, I believe you pointed at whatever you want to kill.
Yes, that is the gist of it. I mean, I know how these things work in theory. I've never used one myself, but take some of these and he gives some ammo to Efron, and then makes his way to a spot in which he would be useful if they got closer to the other ships.
Okay. Are you going to prepare an action?
Lyrian will prepare himself for combat. If somebody comes within a range that he deems that he would actually be able to do something, he will take a shot.
All right. You've got that action stored. Who's next?
Efron's just going to take a little bit of ammo. And are there any pistols by this gun rack?
There are not, no.
Dang it. Okay.
Just these larger matchlock rifles.
No, that's fine. Efron will just take some ammo and run over to a position nearby Lyrian, and then he'll also ready an action so that when somebody comes in range, he will shoot.
Okay. Reese, Val?
This is going to take me a few rounds to achieve, but I'm committed. Is there anything that I could grab to use as a flotation device in the immediate area?
In your immediate vicinity, other than some bundles of rope, there isn't much flotation device-ish equipment.
Okay, here's my next question. Do I know how to swim?
I'll leave that up to you, Laurel. Whether you got trained in the art of swimming.
Well, let's hope that I did. In the direction of the gunboat, I am going to cast Dimension Door on myself and just appear 500 feet in the water.
Okay.
Gonna tread water for a round, and I would also love my bat to head in that direction as well, to hopefully distract from the random Elveret in the water.
So, yeah, perfect.
That's Val's turn. We're gonna get there. It's gonna take 3 rounds, but I'm gonna do something.
Reese?
Reese was just standing there, and Val suddenly just disappeared. He can't see where he went, and the bat starts flying off in the distance. So, nothing else he can really do up here. So he kind of gives a little nod to the captain, and then he starts charging towards the How many masts does this ship have? 3?
Yes.
Can he get to the center mast and climb up it slightly?
Yes, you may.
All right, so he's only going to go up probably about 5-10 feet. Not too high, but enough to get a bit of a height advantage. And at this point, he slings his rifle across his back. He transforms his mask into his sword, and he starts cheering the crew on, just really telling them to go get him. And they start to feel a little encouraged. There's actually light, a different kind of light, glowing from Reese. It's not the most useful spell, but it's something he hasn't used before. He's going to cast Beacon of Hope, which creates a 30-foot spherical orb around him, which bestows hope and vitality. Choose any number of creatures within range. I choose all of them that are friendly. For the duration, each target has advantage on wisdom saving throws and death saving throws and regains the maximum number of hit points possible from any healing. So he has no idea what's going on, but he's going to help him out as best he can.
Do I feel hope?
You do. Hot dang, you feel hope.
That's awesome.
And Reese, you take 0 strain from that.
Wow.
Just so you know.
Okay.
So that may be something of note, that when you cast a spell, you don't feel any different.
Yeah. He doesn't quite feel it in the moment, but he might feel that as he's reflecting later on. He's just pumped in the moment.
All right. The Carrack opens fire with what few chase guns remain, and they just sail right past your ship. And then the sloop kind of comes about, and it delivers a broadside with its dozen cannons. And that is a pretty devastating few shots. One of them goes straight through the hull, and then someone takes a little swivel gun near the bow and lays in a bit of fire, and you just hear this explosion from below deck as something has ruptured. I need Mick to make a dexterity saving throw.
Yep.
It's not on your deck, it's the deck below the one you're on, but still.
And then plus 8. 11.
You are knocked off your feet by this explosion, and you hear someone from below yell, "We're taking water!" And then the gunboat is entirely distracted by this giant flying bat creature coming toward them and unloads all of its ammunition at it and completely disregards Kel'nias' ship. Nice.
All right.
Back to the top.
I'd love to waste my turn immediately again, if that's okay with everyone. Okay. Keeping my bat creature engaged with said gunboat, I will cast Dimension Door again to put me within 150 feet of the gunboat, but not any closer than that.
You are now within 150 feet of the gunboat.
Thank you.
And what does the bat creature keep doing?
He's just gonna keep a swooping at the gunboat.
Very nice. So, movement-wise, Kel'nias' ship just streaks right along and makes incredibly good speed and distance and comes within 500 feet of the Carrack. The sloop is a little ways back still, and then the gunboat has kept pace as the ship has come around, and a few cannons toward the bow and then the chase cannons on Kel'nias' ship take aim at the sloop, but only a few of them connect, not doing too much damage. Players.
So, how far away did you say the ships were?
So they are actually within effective range, and both of you expend your stored actions to open fire. And it's still Kel'nias' turn, but I want both of you to make a roll real quick, because this is a type of reaction, technically.
Now, is this like a dex type thing for a ranged weapon? Or...
You can add your dex, but you don't get a proficiency bonus.
In that case, I rolled a 7.
Aw.
24.
All right, so Seth, your shot connects actually with the hull, and you see a nice big splinter come off of it. And Ifran's shot, you don't see where it goes at all.
It kicks like a horse, though. So
It sure does. It is the players' turns.
Efron will reload the rifle. We'll try to figure out how to do that. And we can tell that the ships are quickly getting closer together.
Yes.
Okay. Then yeah, he's just going to reload the rifle.
All right. That does take an action, so.
Okay.
That it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Reese, still on his slightly perched position, calling out, words of inspiration to the crew who are flailing around him. He's going to take a look at the massive ships in the distance, and although he doesn't know much about naval warfare, he does know a fair bit about warfare in general, and he wants to see if he can try to surmise any sort of tactic that would be beneficial that he could relay onto the captain that she may not be seeing from her steering wheel position.
Steering wheel. Why don't you roll for me, Brett, an investigation check?
Okie dokie.
Actually, I'll let you choose investigation or perception. They'll produce different results.
Okay. Yeah, I'll change my investigation to perception. Oh, okay, 16.
All right. From your viewpoint, you're able to surmise the sloop's movements or next action, and you can relay that to Captain Kel'nias.
All right, then Reese does so with much flipping of the sword in hand and pointing actions.
Great. A lot of flair.
Yes.
So fancy.
Who is next?
Lyrian hopes to assist in some way with intimidation or attacking fallen crew members on the other ships. Lyrian starts summoning a shark.
Great. And just like you and Efron are looking off the port side of the ship, Val went off the starboard side of the ship. The Carrack is almost directly beside you on port side, and the sloop is at your 11 o'clock.
I send the shark to whichever one looks like it has more people falling off of.
That would be the Carrack, because it's been hit more. And your shark starts making its way over there and swims 40 feet. All right, just Mick.
Okay. I am going to assume that the sloop is within 500 feet.
It is?
Okay, cool. So I get Okay, I'm just gonna say a full barrel. Why not? Or close to full barrel of gunpowder. And I'm going to cast Dimension Door and go on to the sloop in the captain's quarters. Because I'm assuming that nobody's there. Because who would be there during this time? Am I right?
You are correct. As you stand up and you start to heave one of these barrels that's nearby, that's a little larger, you cast Dimension Door and appear in the captain's quarters of the sloop. The barrel kind of falls out of your hands because you appear on top of the table and the barrel does not, and it's quite heavy. And so it clatters to the ground and beside you.
Okay, I make sure that nothing falls out. Well, I guess it's okay, but a little bit. And can I start preparing things?
Nope, that is the end of your turn. You have movement if you want, but you don't have any more actions.
I would like to get at least a little more in the corner, if you will, or a little more hidden, just in case somebody does come in.
All right, you start to maneuver the barrel toward the back of the quarters. So the carrack is falling apart, and sailors are trying to salvage it, and some of them are paying attention to Kel'nias' ship, but not a lot, and they're just trying to board up and keep afloat what they can. The sloop, on the other hand, starts to circle around the back of the carrack, moving a little further away from Kel'nias' ship to maybe get the upper hand. Whereas the gunboat is still firing away at this bat creature, none the wiser. All right, back to the top. Who's going?
Do you want me to do that? I don't care. Okay, I'll take
Go
the
for it.
turn, and Mick is going to... we'll do a little trail, too, so I can get out there in good time. A little trail to the barrel of gunpowder, and I'm going to ignite it, and then I'm going to cast Dimension Door and get back to our ship.
What are you igniting it with?
I am going to use my gun to ignite that end of the gunpowder trail, and I'm going to cast Dimension Door to get back to ship.
I hate to rain on your parade, but you would not have been able to bring the gun with you.
Okay, Okay, I'm gonna look around at the captain's quarters for something to light this.
Do perception.
That is 20, not natural.
You are able to find a crude tinderbox, and that has an accompanying flint and steel.
So I use that and I try to ignite the little path of gunpowder to the barrel.
All right. This isn't going to require a roll, but it will require an action. It does not immediately light, and so you just keep trying until it does.
Yeah, I light it, and that's my turn.
So, Kel'nias brings her ship right next to it, and every single cannon on that side just lays into it, and the carrack starts going down. It is ripped to pieces. You see fire and explosions rock the hull. Sailors are diving into the water, into the waiting jaws of a hunter shark, and beneath volleys of matchlock fire. That ship is going down. Playa's turns.
Can Val go? Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay. Val's gonna cast Fireball on the gunship.
Alrighty then. What level are you using?
Just third.
Okay.
I gotta save my Dimension Door slots to not drown.
So the gunship has still just been firing away at this bat thing, and they really haven't caught on to the ruse yet. And as you point your finger toward the gunboat, and this explosion of flame erupts and streaks toward it, then they start to turn tail, but all too late. They critically failed that dexterity saving throw.
Oh man. Am I rolling for damage?
You are 100% rolling for damage.
Okay. Also for the record, the spell ignites flammable objects that aren't being worn or carried, so I imagine most of the ship. 28 damage.
So the fireball streaks into the ship and impacts it right at its single mast. At the base of that mast are a few kegs of powder. That powder ignites and then explodes, and then ignites the powder below deck, and those explode. and whatever other payload was on board the gunboat explodes. And this all happens within about 3 seconds as the fireball impacts, and then you just see these flames burst, and then the ship erupts in this huge wave of water and fire and wood. And everyone on there is blown to pieces, and the ship just crumbles into nothingness. And I'm going to have to make you do a Constitution saving throw as you are pulled under the water.
Oh, no. Great. Cool. Love it. Oh, that was not great. 1 second. Let me add my Constitution. 8.
Okay, as this shockwave comes out and this larger wave crashes down and spreads across toward you, you are briefly pulled under, but it isn't that intense from this range, and you are able to compose yourself and break the surface once again. A little shaken, but otherwise all right, having just blown up the gunboat.
Val throws up in his mouth a little bit about having just killed a lot of people.
It's amazing.
Who's next?
Reese takes a look out at the battlefield. There's been a lot going on. There's been a ship blowing up. What is the layout of the battlefield right now, as far as ships that are still surviving?
So the gunboat has been obliterated. The Carrack is going down. There are still crew members on board fighting and trying to fire cannons and guns and whatnot, but they are in a losing battle. The sloop is fully intact, and it is starting to circle around the back of the Carrack.
Okay. Then, seeing the explosion before him, Reese lets out a bit of a whoop, and then he goes back to calling out advantageous tactical things for the captain about the sloop's position.
Okay, do a perception roll for me.
14?
Yeah, through all the smoke and whatnot, you're still able to see a pretty good position of where it's going and where it's heading.
Okay, cool. Then he relays that information.
All right.
Well, Efron is just he's gonna shoot at whatever he can see, because he got that rifle reloaded.
And is Efron, like, just giddy? If Reese were to look at him, what expression would he see on his face?
Yeah, he's giddy. I mean, like, the battle is going our way. Like, Efron can tell that, this'll be over pretty soon, and so he's looking pretty happy. He's happy that he gets to handle one of these guns and give it a spin. So yeah, he's pretty giddy. He's pretty happy.
Okay.
And he's about to hopefully blow somebody away.
Okay. Roll for it.
If Efron the monk about to blow someone away.
He's very at one with the universe, and the universe might be about to be like one less.
Come on,
So,
nat 20.
ooh, that was very close to a nat 20, but it was instead a 7.
Oh.
So, unfortunately, your second shot does not connect with anyone, and you are unable to see where it went.
Lyrian's going to reload his rifle.
Okay.
Do you want me to do something with the shark?
You did rolls for the wolves, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Then you do rolls for the shark.
All right. The shark is attacking people that are overboard.
Jumping off the Carrack.
Yes.
All right.
Do all these people have their HP?
They're what?
So the sharks have blood frenzy. The shark has advantage on melee attack rolls against any creature that doesn't have all its hit points.
Oh yeah, all these people are injured.
Go into frenzy.
Okay, 19.
That will hit.
14 damage.
All right, the shark full-on devours one of those sailors, ripping them in half as they flail about in the water.
That's a good shark.
All right, the Carrack is out of the battle. Its crew has scuttled the ship. They've given up, and they are in the water, helpless. The sloop makes it around the Carrack and opens fire on Kel'nias' ship, dealing a good amount of damage as more explosions rock the hull and these cannon blasts rip apart the aft. And the gunboat is gone, so everyone there has been vaporized.
Val feels really bad about that.
All right, a player, please. Seeing as, Mick, you are in the captain's cabin of the sloop, and you just lit a trail of gunpowder.
Here we go, son. Okay, I'm going to cast Dimension Door, and I am going to get out of there to our ship.
All right. You reappear about 100 feet away from Kel'nias' ship, about 30 feet above the water, and you fall into the water.
Wait, was I supposed to give you a specific location?
I think the ship moved away, and so while it was in range before, it no
Oh,
longer
I
is.
didn't see. Okay, great. Okay, cool.
So as you try to, imagine where you were before and return to that place, the sloop has moved further away, and you drop into the ocean. Does Mick want to expend any movement after this?
Sure, I can start swimming towards the ship.
Okay. As Kel'nias' ship turns about to try to get the sloop in its sights again, this explosion erupts from the aft of the sloop. And you see wood and fire streak into the air, and the sail gets lit up as it catches fire. And you see the sailors on board there start to run about and try to extinguish it as best they can and salvage their ship. And then Kel'nias gives a hearty laugh, gives an order, and then the cannons go blazing and the sloop gets ripped to pieces. There are no survivors there.
Oh,
No food for the shark.
there's just not living food.
All right, you are out of the encounter.
Upon seeing the ship blow up, Reese hoists his sword into the air, lets out a mighty roar, and leads a chant of victory among those on board. And out of the corner of his eye, he thinks he sees something. Ryan, did Reese see Mick appear 30 feet in the air and fall?
Yes, you did. Just before the sloop exploded.
Staring out over the horizon of ash and smoke and fire and broken ships, Reese sees a small figure appear in the air and then fall down into the water. He hurriedly rushes off the pole, goes over to the side of the ship, and looks down to see Mick floundering beside the ship. He turns around and yells back at Captain Kel'nias, "Man overboard!"
Okay, and then Nick in the water screams to his ship, I found the squirrel!